Hello and welcome to another episode of DETV. Lots of cool stuff to talk about today. Cool for me because I like horror movies and we're going to talk about them a little bit today because it just sort of came up today. First of all, though, let's launch into the newsletter that went out yesterday and give everybody a quick review of what was there. If you sign up for the newsletter, you're the first to hear about dice drops, you're the first to hear about sales, cool stuff that we do sometimes, and then I try to come up with like cool D&D related content when I can, when I have time. You can sign up for the newsletter on our website at the bottom left or right of the front page. I don't really remember, but it's easy. You just put it in your email. So here we go. This is yesterday's newsletter. We started off talking about $2 mystery sets. If you have not been paying attention to Dice Envy at all for the last month, then you might not have heard of this. I'm going to go ahead and move this up. Why is this above? There we go. We have, for the month of July only, been selling generic 7-piece sets that harken back to our first days as a dice company. We're calling them starter sets. It's just like the basic set that you need to get started if you're getting started in D&D. And even better, they're $2. So you can get so many. Actually, this weekend we had our first 100-piece starter set order, which is insane, but we'll have fun packing that one for sure. Actually, I think probably Maria already did on Monday, so lots of fun. But yeah, $2 starter sets. This ends when July ends. I'm pretty sure tomorrow is your last day. I think there's 31 in July. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true. So this ends when July ends. It was a July only thing. And yeah, so you got one more day to do it. You want to get some cheap dice. Maybe you need them for educational purposes, like for your classroom. Maybe you need them for your friends who you don't want to spend more than $2 on. Maybe you need them to start stacking up stocking stuffers for holiday purchases. Who knows? Maybe you just need them because you need all the dice that are available all the time. We are down to, Maria says, 42 styles, she thinks. So you can order up to 42, and it's very unlikely that you'll get any repeats. We do go through them, if someone orders 12, for example, we go through 12 separate buckets to pull for these starter sets to avoid multiples. Yeah, so anyway, get in there if you haven't already. It's old news to a lot of you, but some of you may have not heard of it yet. And it ends tomorrow. All right, moving on down, we dropped Cania Corrosion. Yay! This is a metal set. It is part of our damage dice. Let me turn this off so I can show you guys on the dice tray cam, which by the way is brand new and I'm very excited to use it. Let's see if everything shows up okay here. Yay! 8-piece set, comes with our Infinity D4. It's the damage style that we've used a handful of times. It's got these cool cracks. The close-up on this webcam is not super great, so you can see it more here. These cool cracks are etched in to every face. And then inlaid. Actually, I don't even think it's inlaid with anything. I think the color happens because of the way that they engrave on the metal. So I think that's right. I'm not sure exactly what the process is technically. That's more of a Dylan question maybe, and in future streams I'm hoping that he'll be able to join us and answer those kinds of questions. If Maria knows, she'll let you know in the chat, but yeah, they use a cool electroplating thing, I've heard that word tossed around, to add color to the cracks. We have a very popular set called Avernus Furnace that some of you might be familiar with. This is the same mold but in a different colorway. So yeah, they're really pretty, silver with bright blue. And yeah, I mean, they're great. They're heavy. They got a great weight. If you're familiar with any of our metal dice, it's the same thing. And yeah, they're awesome. They're really cool. Maria gave them cool copy, just like a few of our other damage dice sets that's based on different levels of the 9 hells in the world of D&D. I was about to say Faerun, but I don't know that it's limited to Faerun, so But yeah, one of them is named Cania, and it's a cold place, a very cold place. And this brings us to our next topic of conversation, which is, it'll take me a minute to get there, but in this, you're going to have an opportunity, if you're watching, to get free dice, because I need some help with a question. So, Cania Corrosion, we'll go back to the newsletter real quick so you can see the image. I made this image for Cania Corrosion. Actually, I'll just pull it up here. Dun, 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 dun. And then we'll turn this off. And the vibe here, cold place, and the image that I used for inspiration to make this image was the poster for The Thing. Favorite horror movie of mine, I'm going to say top 5. Not favorite, top 5 for sure. And the reason that I did that is because we released 3 other versions of this set in the past. And I did the advertising on them also based on horror movies. So here's an example. We had Phlegathos Flame. Phlegathos. I'm sure that's right. Flame. Another Layer of the Nine Hells. And I did the ad based on the movie Firestarter's poster. So you can see the similarities here. Obviously it's not an exact match, but I did what I could. And then we also had Manos Meyer. And anyone has seen this movie, Alien. This is my favorite horror movie, and my favorite probably movie, period. So obvious, boom, 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 boom. You get the connections, hopefully. Now, here's the thing. We also did, I was just going through these because I remembered doing them like last year when we released these other sets, which are not in stock, by the way. I'm sorry, you can't order them, so this is like not great content for a stream. But I ran into Distalites, which we also did, and realized I have no idea what movie I was going for with this one. So this is where the free dice come in. If you can email me at rach, R-A-C-H, at diceenvy.com, I'll also see it if it comes through hello at diceenvy.com, so don't worry. And then you can send me a picture of a horror movie poster, I'm positive it's a horror movie, that embodies this vibe and may have been what I was going for, then I will send you a free set of dice as a huge thank you, because it's been bothering me ever since I did the Thing poster like a week ago or whatever. So that's your mission. Figure out where this came from. This came from in my head, and send me what I meant. Please, because I am dying on the inside about this. Yeah, so free dice, I don't know, like that's all I have to offer you, so do it, please, 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 please. All right, what else we got? Oh, we were talking about the starter sets, which are only available for one more day. I wanted to show off a couple of the pictures that we've gotten in and have been tagged in by some of our fans, because we are running, you may not have heard about this if you hadn't heard about the starter sets, a giveaway. The whole month we've been running it. If you excuse me, sorry, I'm gonna take a sip of water. It's embarrassing. This is what happens when you have only yourself to talk to. If you upload a picture of, we're looking for oldest dice sets. So in our office, Dave, the founder, owner of Dice Envy, had like this ancient, the ink was worn out. It was all like weird mismatched colors dice set that was like, I mean, I always think of things in terms of the thousands, but I feel like it's probably like 40 years old now, which is crazy. So this dice set is just like ancient, and who knows how many people have used it, who knows how many campaigns it has lasted through, which is kind of exciting to think about. And we're doing a giveaway where if you send us a picture of your oldest set and you tag us in it, then you're entered into a drawing, and randomly 3 winners will be chosen, 1 from each of our social sites. And you will receive, if you win, you will receive a starter bundle, we're calling it. And it's over $70 worth of cool stuff. And so it's going to include a full 10-piece set, polymer set. It's going to include a dice tray, combat tracking pads, I think a pin, a sticker, Oh, a Brockton, I wish I had one to show you. I do. A Brockton dice bag, which looks like this. Isn't he adorable? Look at his little lion. And he's got a little zipper in the back. And he fits, this actually I think is a prototype, which is a little smaller than what it ended up as. But it fits a full 10-piece set in there. Our full 10-piece set, which comes with a chonky. So yeah, he looks like this, but just like a tiny bit bigger. And I think he just has more room in the trunk to hold dice. So anyway, so you'll get a bunch of freebies. And like I said, it's over $70 worth of value from our site. And it's just a celebration of continuing to roll dice, you know, well after they've lost their newness. So I'll share with you some of the ones that we have received in. At Pumpkin Trove sent us this image. So as you can see here, lots of fun variety, fun colors. It looks like that purple and blue one might be a metal die, which is super cool. But yeah, they threw in this. We got another entry from Zombie Princess. These guys, which are like crazy old looking. They don't even have ink in them anymore. They may never have. We hear all the time that like it used to be a thing to like use a crayon and scooch wax into your dice. I have never done it personally. I'm a little bit, it's a little bit before my time. But yeah, these were clearly like ripe for the crayoning. And then we got this entry from an at Pete Mays, which is just an insane amount of dice. He did not specify which were the oldest set. He said that he's sure that they're in there somewhere, and I can see why he didn't want to like take the time to sift through and figure it out. But anyway, just a smattering of the kinds of things we're receiving. Yeah, I think that's it. So to review, if you can tell me what in the world I was thinking, to give you a little bit of insight to where I might have come up with something, I always like make sure I go to the fan wikis and everything for whatever we're talking about content wise, because I don't want to speak out of turn and I don't know everything there is to know about D&D. So I was definitely reading about this layer of the Nine Hells when I came up with an association, if that helps. I believe this, if I remember correctly, is all about like temptation or like pleasure through pain, and that had me thinking maybe it was Hellraiser, but then I googled Hellraiser and I didn't see any like even remotely close. You can try Hellraiser. But yeah, so, and that's kind of like the vibe of this, I think. So I imagine it would have been at least loosely related. But we'll see. Do your best. And if nobody like is like spot on, I'll just give it to whoever was closest. Yeah, free dice. Do it. Email me. And the other thing is, don't forget about the $2 mystery sets. Only here for one more day. You can get them today and tomorrow, and then they will be taken off the site. Even though we have a couple left, but actually we blew through so many, so we don't have that many left. But yeah, what email are we sending it to? So you can send it to hello@diceenvy.com. I check it, so I'll see it. Or you can send it directly to me, rach@diceenvy.com, rach@diceenvy.com. You could also type it in the chat. I feel like that would be helpful because then you could copy paste it. Nope, misspelled envy.com. Yeah. Oh, and Maria answered the question about Kenya. So they fully coat it in blue and then polish off the tops. Oh, which makes total sense. So yeah, that's how you get that really nice, like cyan metallic color. These are so cool. Okay. I think that's it. Next week we're gonna have a very holiday centric stream, I believe, because we are officially launching our 2024 advent calendars next week. So that'll be what that's all about. I'll also share our winners for the starter set bundle, and I will go back and share the winner and the picture for hopefully somebody who gets the horror movie poster correct about Distalites, which I will just throw up one more time. You can tell I'm really desperate and this is all I care about right now. All right, well, I think that's it. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back, by we, I'll be back next Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and hopefully most Tuesdays at 3 o'clock in the future. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you next week, and happy rolling.